the young man who played tattoo, Herve Villechaize, was a very talented, very charming, imaginative, a wonderful photographer, a wonderful painter. He was incredible. But, and at the beginning, absolutely delightful. As the fan mail came, and he read all his fan mail, a man who suffers from being, you know, dwarfed and having trouble breathing because his little chest was not big enough for the lungs or the thing. He was breathing. And then I don't know, something happened to him. There was a little change. He became a little arrogant, to tell you the truth. A little arrogant. And he used to come in and say, never say good morning and carry a gun. Strutted. Still, I loved him, and I felt for him, and I understood him so well. And I really loved Hervé. But there was a change in him when the great success that we had with Fantasy Island throughout the world, mail from all over the world, it affected him to some extent, not favorably, unfortunately. But doing scenes with him, I think he respected me, and because I think he felt that I loved him, And so we interacted quite well, he and I, in our scenes. I enjoyed doing scenes with Hervé. He was fun to work with. He was a very cute fellow, very, very, very likable. Likable in those moments, but outside of, and they became involved in sort of a little bit of the hippie era, with hippies and so forth, which is fine, but it wasn't a cute little guy with a little suit. The minute he left the thing, he let the hair grow, and dressed in a strange manner. He felt he was unkempt. He wasn't. I don't know. This cute. He was such a cute guy. I was so sorry what happened to him. That committed suicide eventually. Very sad. Very sad. God rest his soul. I think Hervé. When I first met him, he was such a very sweet little guy, wonderful. I can say little guy, very sweet guy, it's a man. And, but this is what happened. At first, we didn't have a motorhome. I didn't have a motorhome. We had a little dressing room outside the set, it's kind of hot, not air conditioned. And somebody said, why don't you have a motorhome? I said, I don't want it because the guests come. Wonderful actors that I admired from afar and never had a chance to work. And I'm working with them, wonderful. And they have a dressing room like that. I'll have a dressing room like that. But it was Johnny Newland, director, was directing the particular choice. Well, let's go to your motorhome. I don't have a motorhome. You don't have a motorhome? Don't be ridiculous. I said, Ricardo, the actors come and they work 5 days and they go home. You're going to be here for years. This is going to be this is the first year. A successful thing. You're going to be here for years. You need a motorhome. We have all your goodies and the refrigerator and the thing. So I asked my agent. I said, certainly. And so I got a motorhome. A day later, Hervé, his agent, he wants a motorhome. Exactly the same as mine. Now, forgive me for saying this, but I had to say it. When you had to use something more than washing your hands, something more important that nature calls you to do, you were sitting down and the wall was here, and instead of facing that way, there was a little room, the thing facing out, so you couldn't get up. It was very difficult to do anything. So I said, could I have a motorhome that the thing faces that way so I can, the response came, yes, but it'll be about 3 feet longer than this motorhome. It's about 3 feet longer. I said, well, is that? No, that's fine. So I got that thing 3 feet longer. It was comfortable, facing that way, nice. I wanted one exactly like Ricardo. I mean, he's a very short little man. I mean, this motorhome was like huge for him. He wanted exactly. The first mistake I made was at the very beginning, it was supposed to be starring Ricardo Montalban, and then with Herve Villechaize. And they came, oh, no, poor little guy. at the beginning, do you mind if he started Ricardo Montalban and Herve? I said, of course. So that was big. And he wanted everything that I. And towards the end, at the end of the sixth season, we knew we were going to go one more year, and that was it. That was the end of seventh season. At the end of the sixth season, he says, I won't work unless I get paid exactly like what Ricardo gets paid. And they said, we can't do that. Well, then I won't do the show. Well, then I'll do the show. And he left. And he missed 1 year of income, which was considerable at that time, unfortunately. And that's why he left. He left the show. They started thinking they were going to say, oh, no, please, yeah, we'll give you the same money. He said, no, we can't do that. The same amount of money, exactly. It was very good money, you know. But that's what happened. It was, I think it was ill-advised. I think perhaps his agent became a little too ambitious or something, and he told him, I mean, you're a big hit in this thing. People keep talking about the plane, you get the money. And I guess he was convinced that he should get exactly what I was getting. You know, I've been working all my life as an actor, and all of a sudden here I am, and he had done a couple of little things, and then all of a sudden he's here and he wants the same amount of money that I was earning, and they said no. It wasn't explained. It's something. He went to visit his cousin or one of those things. He had to go and visit a relative or something, and then they brought Christopher Hewitt, which was Christopher was very, very good, but no, they should have brought some little people that would have been relatives of his, when he was gone or something, because it was the look of me with the little guy that was very, very well established in people's minds. And all of a sudden, Christopher Hewitt was a little taller than I or something. And it didn't have the mystery of that look that Aaron wanted. I wish Aaron had been in control of the show. But